Why would I be nervous to drive for DoorDash? Nervous to drive for DoorDash. I have the new on-time rate. It just expanded to my marketplace in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I always go A to B, pick up to drop off. And yet on my first shift with on-time rates, spoiler alert, I was late on one delivery. Now, if you're driving for DoorDash, now they're going to measure you the percent of times that you're on time from the last 100 completed deliveries. And this can go into rewards programs like Dasher Rewards, overall Dasher rating. So as someone who just got this on-time rate, you can see if you have it yourself in your ratings tab. Will I be on time, early or late? As someone who was just going A to B, is this something I'm gonna have to worry about? Okay, took me a little bit too long to wait for an offer. Not a great sign. It's a Tuesday, so I get it. Condado tacos, 10-ish dollars here for a mile or so. So I will take that all day. Now, we're documenting everything, all right, to see if I'm on time. So we can see here, it says pick up by 4:42, and right now it is 4:34. I will say it's a little, it's a little tight, but it's enough time. Yeah, it is tight. It says I'm gonna get there at 4:39, pick up at 4:42. That doesn't account if there's delays, but DoorDash is considering stuff like that. This is exactly why we're testing this today. Okay, pickup done. Not at 42, at like 45 or 46. So first delivery, I was probably definitely late because, well, A, I couldn't get attention from staff. I marked it in the tell us what's happening thing, but it wasn't even ready. I mean, the person, when they did come to the window, they said it wasn't ready yet. Now, I've also heard like, okay, well, DoorDash might not mark you as late if you communicate with the customer. So whenever they said it wasn't ready, I texted the customer and said, hey, I'm still waiting for your offer, just a heads up. Something that would cause like never any stress is now something that is almost to the forefront of something that I'm thinking about. Am I on time to everything? Even though, again, I'm going A to B and natural delays are gonna happen. I said this on the first shift, that we should still be on time with normal expected traffic and restaurant delays. There should be that much of a buffer that even with delays in traffic and a restaurant wait time, you should still be on time, like 92% plus of the time. Delivered, but at what time? I think I delivered right around 53. And what was the expected delivery time? Oh, in the initial offer card, it said 53. That's like no time at all. And that's me knowing exactly where to park, exactly where to go. Customers are ready instantly. Man, and I delivered at 53. That's kind of crazy. Shouldn't be that tight. I had like basically everything go right. Now, why wouldn't I go right into downtown, literally right around 5 p.m. rush hour? Why wouldn't I do that? Let's take this Chipotle run. Delivery at 5:18 p.m. Isn't this fun? I'm getting super lucky on time here. So it's a really busy Chipotle. Chipotle of all places are typically slammed. Market Square, bunch of people inside. I go in and I see the offer sitting right behind the register. But like everyone's busy. And then right in that same moment, an associate rounds the corner from the kitchen and I say, excuse me, could you grab so-and-so right there? And I'm holding up my phone. That series of events, I was able to pick it up immediately. And again, I assume on time. Now my drop off, I'm gonna get there at 5:13 and it says deliver by 18. So we have a 5-minute buffer there. A 5-minute buffer is not a ton of buffer. Any wrong turn, any access issues, you know, forget that. I made the executive decision. I don't want to go into downtown right now, right into rush hour. So I took the exit over here to Oakland and I'm glad I did. They were sending me decent offers, but I wanted a really good offer, a nice margined offer. Then they sent me this one, $18.25 for miles, delivered by 5:56 for about 30 some minutes. It was like 19 for an hour. You know, I wanted a better margin on the hourly than that. So $18.25 in like 30 some minutes and that dollars to mile payout, that is what I want. And as a little bonus, it's from the same facility as well. It's from this Roots Natural Kitchen. But of course, you know, we're trying to make as much money as possible. I guess I'll show you if I'm on time after the delivery, right? So like here's the one from the prior delivery. And then at the end, we're gonna go over the numbers, and then I wanna go over the entire ratings, because at the end, I'll go into the home screen, I'll go into my ratings, and then we'll talk about, you know, which one of these, if any, I was late. I'm having a good time on the new on-time rates. I don't know about you, there's certainly no pressure to get here by a certain time. I'm certainly not worried about Oakland traffic like this, of course not, because I'm just going A to B, you know, using the Dasher routes as they have in-app here. Speaking of, arriving by 5:27. Hold on, let me show you this one. Pick up by 5:27. It is 5:26. Great. I was being sarcastic prior. And the funny thing is, like, a lot of the complaints on on-time rate, obviously this is what we're testing, this is what we're talking about, it's way too stringent. I didn't think it was gonna be this stringent, like unrealistic. It's 56, well now it's 57, there you go. I mean, there's literally nothing I could have done to get here faster. Pick up by 27? Nope. Picked up at like 31 or 32. I don't know. Here's a fun one. It was pin delivery handed to me. Couldn't reach the customer, so I texted and then I called. They picked up and they said, oh, you can leave it in front. I'm coming down. And I said, no, that's fine. I just need the pin number. And then they gave me the pin number, 1111. So do you like wait? And they're like, I told you you can leave it there. Do you enter the pin number and deliver it? So I entered the pin number and I left it because they said, I'm coming down, you can leave it there. The only thing I would say, because once you put that pin number in, it completes the delivery. So text them a picture first of it at the little lobby area, then enter that pin number, because like think about it, you can't deliver it without the pin anyway. So DoorDash knows for sure you contacted that customer. I mean, you can't guess the pin number. So I did that, I got the pin, I delivered, I just send that picture just to be doubly sure. Plus, think about this, if the seconds are ticking down on your on-time rate for the delivery, you're like, I wanna mark this as delivered as fast as possible, which I don't necessarily agree with. I don't wanna be rushing any part of this process, but there you go. Now this delivery, it says delivered by, 6:01, ETA 5:58. So I'm sure, I mean, let me know, is this how you feel on your dashes? Like, you know, they're giving you 3 minutes. Any wrong turn, any like, you know, a string of missed lights here, any accident is gonna cause you to be late. Granted, there is that dispute, but still, I called for a much needed, more realistic buffer. Was I on time? Here we go. I don't even know at this point. I'm going to A to B. I'm being as efficient as I can. Here's what DoorDash says I was. Again, I don't think I'm gonna exactly be on time based on the ETAs that they're giving me. I don't really worry about it. What else can I do, you know? Now, I got another offer here, Shake Shack, right down here in the strip. It is, what is it? $10, 2.6 miles. Hopping across into another zone, but barely, so I'll just jump across a bridge to get back into this zone. Pick up at 11. It's 6:07. You know, this is the theme, right? Like, this is the theme where it's just so tight. You know, no margin of error, really. Well, not even a margin of error. It's like just no margin whatsoever. I'm hopeful to get an add-on. And keep your eyes peeled, by the way. There's some kids or something on bikes up here. 0 reflectors, 0 lights, 0 reflective clothing. And they're all right in the middle of the road. Okay, kids, kicking each other. Oh boy. All right, we will squeeze by here. Also yield for the person crossing. You always gotta look like in front of you, right? Not the immediate. Okay, let's do that. Oh no, another late pickup based on what I'm seeing in the app. DoorDash, don't yell at me. I'm doing what I can. It wasn't ready. So this one I'm testing because we were trying to figure out if it does anything if you actually like text the customer. So this one I still marked to tell us what's happening, order still being prepared when I arrive, but I did not text the customer. I want to see if there's any difference on this one versus the one where I texted the customer. And then of course on our delivery right now, if it's gonna matter, right, if I'm early to the delivery, and then the overall total of what that adds up to. Okay, 7 minutes, 1.57 miles, and it is a contactless as well. Will I be on time? Actually, how many have I been late for? I think I've showed you the screens. I think I've been late to like 2 already, and I'm talking like overall delivery and all that stuff. And then honestly, if you're late for anything outside of your control, it shouldn't matter at all. If it's traffic, if it's restaurant, if it's access issues, if you do everything right, in my opinion, it should not affect you whatsoever, like your account. The thing is this goes into rewards programs. What if you're not going for the rewards programs? If you're not going for rewards, and if they don't have a deactivation threshold, obviously, like, you know, you can't be late to like the majority of deliveries. Okay, we gotta move, right? We gotta move. You got an offer. There's no time to be waiting. I have time to turn around, right? Nice. Oh, see, I don't even have time to, what? Disengage the emergency parking brake. See what you're doing to me, DoorDash? Unbelievable. Let's approach PNC Park, baseball field of the Pittsburgh Pirates, right in front of you here. In the north side, I told you these apartments are right across the street from PNC Park, which would be nice, you know. There's that, and then there's a stadium on the other side. I didn't really need to be right across from the stadiums. We got this one that I'm trying to be on time for. $10, 1.4 miles, which is great. Quoted for under 30 minutes. Rosewater Middle Eastern Grill. I don't think I've ever picked up from there before. And it's downtown. I don't do a ton of downtown just for convenience. You know, I kind of want to do Uber Eats, so look for that next. We can always do catering and stuff like that. Maybe let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. And hey, if you got this far in the video, can you comment, what bridge is this? We'll make it this bridge. Yes, I know I'm from Pittsburgh, and trust me, I use the GPS. I have a bad memory. Look how nice this looks. The Andy Warhol Bridge. Maybe comment Warhol. What is that? W-A-R-W-O-H-L? War-H-O, Warhol, right? See, I'm meant for San Diego, folks. W-A-R-H-O-L. I don't know if that's what I said, but I'm meant for San Diego. We'll get back there in time. Oh, great. It's right on the main road there. Parking's gonna be fun. Pickup at 6:42, and it is 6:29. So why does this one have more buffer? I said that in my initial impressions video. I'll leave that link down below. I said it's inconsistent. Why do I have more buffer on this one? And some I feel like I have zero buffer. So we need to clean up that algorithm. Like, this is fine. A 12-minute buffer, that is fine. That's where it should be at for like every leg. Every leg should have a 10-minute buffer when I'm arriving, basically. See, case in point, there's no parking. I was trying to park up here in Wood Street. There's no parking. There's an officer sitting right there, so I can't stop on the right side of the road. On the right side, next to the restaurant, it's a bus lane. This is easily the farthest away that I've had to park. There's nowhere to stop. If I was on the other side of the road, maybe, but there's no parking. There's construction stuff here. I'm gonna be so late to this one. I mean, this one I'll give it to you guys. You know, this one I'm late. That's fine. Yeah, that entire lane was for buses, there's no way I could have stopped in that lane. It was all buses. I'm actually sweating a little bit. I'm actually sweating. I mean, it's like 45 degrees right now or something, but whoo, okay. First thing I noticed, I was super late to that pickup. Oh, you know what? It said deliver by 6:56, right? But that is the normal and adjusted delivery time. So DoorDash will adjust the delivery times based on if there's a delay, whatnot. There was a huge delay because I couldn't find parking. So then DoorDash adjusts while you're on the assignment to say 6:56. But remember, that doesn't matter. What matters is, do you deliver by the time when they give you the offer? And what did that initially say? Deliver by 53. Oh yeah, because they had more of a buffer. Okay, in that case, I was probably actually close to 53, but I was only possibly on time because of that buffer, which is why I, ask for a decent buffer there. I just wanted an offer that I can just turn off. I can just do this. So this is gonna be my last offer today. $31.75, great cash flow, thank you. It is 12.3 miles, great dollars to mile ratio. Delivery in 40 minutes, so $31 in 40 minutes, fantastic. It's a stacked offer. The Mellinger's beer distributor, that's the one that was closed the one time, and then a restaurant pickup. Now it's going really far east, but that's whatever, I'll deal with it. Okay, I'm finishing the last delivery right now. So let's go over this shift. Was I on time? How much did I make? And yeah, let's carry the verdict of this on-time rate thing, and is it worth it? I think the earnings were pretty good. It wasn't like absolutely insane. We did have some bonus pay, which was nice. Earnings were strong. I think earnings were $20+ an hour. I think I hit most of the metrics here. This is ShiftMate, by the way. This is our new app, and we are currently testing mileage tracking as well. That's automatic mileage tracking. So you'll just tap a button and it's gonna track your mileage for you. As well as a lot of new features that we're adding as well. You can follow us on X if you want, get ShiftMate. And if you wanna download it on the iOS store, shiftmateapp.com will direct you there. And hang with me if you're on Android. I know we wanna get that out as soon as possible, and we're certainly working on it. We're getting out some more major features like the mileage tracking and more. And then of course, we're gonna kind of mirror this over to Android, so that will be available to you. Was I on time? I feel like I was more late than my last shift. In the last shift, nothing changes. I've always gone A to B, so nothing changes, but I feel like I was more late. Now, yes, I feel like I had a little bit more delays this time, but I feel like that window to deliver, to pick up and deliver, I should say, well, it just continues to be tight, The one was fine. The one with a 12-minute buffer, I just want more offers that I feel comfortable with that buffer, that I don't have to say, oh, I'm arriving at 28, deliver by, 29 and stuff like that. I just got it. Of course, there's a lot of work to be done on-time rate, and DoorDash knows this. Now, this is just my second shift really testing on-time rates. So make sure to subscribe. I'm gonna continue to test this for you. And is it gonna be a headache, or is it gonna get fixed? Because I don't wanna think about it. I just wanna go A to B, and make deliveries. Will it get there, and when?